Haramaya Te whānau, and welcome to Big Hairy News or Bright Hairy News with myself and our guest host from Aotearoa tonight, Detective Rogers. Kia
Thanks
ora,
for the
kia ora.
plug. That sounds like
Hey,
a fantastic show that you're talking about.
I'm a bit of a fan of the show
You're a bit of a
myself,
fan?
so
Yeah.
I thought kudos. And I mean, given that we are celebrating Matariki, Aotearoa tonight features the Matariki constellation and its logo, which I love. And I definitely had no influence on that at all. But yes, it's been a while since we've had you on the show, so it'll be nice to.
Is it? It seems like it was like a couple of weeks ago, honestly. I don't know. My life's a blur right now, so.
It's probably because we do Aotearoa tonight so much, but no, I think it's been a little bit since you've been on BHN, so I'm sure that people will be happy to see you. As you guys will have noticed, in the theme of, the new year, I thought, well, new year, new here, so we've gone for a bit of a Free Palestine look, a bit of watermelon sugar high. I'm loving it. I miss having two hair colors. So honestly, I'm just stoked to be back in my multicolored era.
Police are already at it.
Oh no.
Yeah. No, I don't have any such styling. Apparently, I think someone recommended I get some eyeshadow or something. Wasn't that the recommendation I got?
I think I told you to get eyeliner.
It wasn't you. It was someone in the chat.
Well, I know. Oh.
You were talking about your eyeliner, and someone recommended something like eyeshadow or something.
That's probably
toner. I don't know.
Toner. That's for your hair.
I don't know these words. It's not.
No, it might look a little reddy, but it is pink. And as you'll see, I have some Matariki makeup on. We've gone for the Matariki constellation, got some sparkles. But how's your week been? What have you been up to?
Absolutely abysmal and busy, and I am kind of honestly naked. Today was the first day that wasn't like horrible, so they did a major upgrade at work. So naturally everything goes wrong all the time.
Oh, I see. The classic new update rolls out, everything absolutely shits the bed. So.
Yeah, pretty much. So there were just a couple of late evenings there. Even then, it doesn't really matter. I don't usually leave the office till like 8 or 9 anyway, because
damn,
sometimes midnight. I don't know. I just like hanging around there.
It's
free heating.
at least it's like a different place from your house. Yeah, free heating. You can use their hot water. Like,
oh yeah. A lot of space.
I'm all down for like charging all your devices, while you're there.
Giant bathroom, giant public bathroom, but all to myself. Imagine that. It's so. It's like that Rick and Morty episode where he goes in the middle of nowhere just to take a shit.
Yeah. God, that's such a.
It comes with its own risks and quirks, though. I think it was Wednesday. I was going down the lift. Got to the bottom, the ground floor, the doors open. I get jump scared by Paul Goldsmith standing right in front of me. It took me a second. I was like, what?
Why do I recognize you?
Yeah. I was like, I'm not like that tired, am I? Am I like dreaming my politics into my everyday life? I'm like hallucinating like
Have
Tyler
I manifested
Durden.
like Paul Goldsmith's face on some
No, but he's just right in
front
of me, and he was kind of like the kind of person who was ready to just walk in and not let the person who's getting off the lift walk out. He's that kind of guy. If anyone's wondering.
Dude, I fucking told off an old. I say old lady. She was more like
told off an old lady.
She was more like middle-aged. She wasn't like elderly, but she was definitely older than she fucking should have been. Because like obviously like I'm getting off the bus, just bowling right in. I'm like, I just turned to her and I was like, mate, you could have waited. I hate that shit. Whether it be elevators, buses, I just fucking.
I didn't
let
think
people off first,
complaining
then you
about
get on.
Paul Goldsmith was going to go into pitching about an old lady.
Hey, it's fine. You said you didn't have energy tonight, so I'll bring the energy.
No, I think you're picking me up of it. You're picking me up.
It's funny, that you mentioned Paul Goldsmith, because I actually have a little meme of Paul Goldsmith for us. So
okay.
I for some reason decided to scrub through like the 2.5 hour Ryan Bridge show, and I just happened to find the most It's just so weird. It's just weird Ryan antics and just making very awkward TV,
just sounds
I guess.
Like a horrible time. Like, just why did you do that?
Oh, to be fair, I was scrubbing, like, as in I was cutting through. I mean, most of yesterday's episode was about sports, so I'll be honest, I didn't watch a lot of it because most of it was about
Ryan
sports.
Bridge. I thought you meant BHN. I was like, what?
Oh no, I don't think I've ever. The only time I've ever scrubbed through was when I'm rewatching, I think. So no, didn't do that. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I've got a few things for us tonight. So I've kind of clustered. I've actually kind of fit a lot of little stories into one bigger overarching story in terms of the social media stuff that we're going to look at today.
Okay, you're crafting a bit of a narrative. You're a bit of a storyteller.
We've got a few things happening in different places, and it's all connected. You know what I'm saying?
Stories on Matariki. I'm sure that's.
And then yes, we've got Matariki, and we've got a little bit of climate crisis. But that's fine. I figured we'll go. Maybe we'll start with climate. We'll start with social media. Go into climate crisis, and then we'll leave Matariki to the end since that's the more positive stuff. And I have an extra positive news story for us as well. Since I don't know if you
extra positive.
Well, it's it's a really awesome story. Okay. Little spoiler, it's to do with batteries and storing energy, which is something that we all love here.
What about free money?
Well, I mean, storing energy is basically free money. So especially if you're, I guess, using solar and all that, you know, that is free money. But yeah, it's gonna be. A physicist
might disagree.
I made sure that just realized I didn't change the background colors. Ugh. I'm dropping the ball, aren't I? I was like, wait a minute, this is blue. This is not the right color. We gotta bloody get me colours going. Also, nobody told me about the banner last week or the week before, so we didn't have one. So there we go. Now we got the banner up.
I mean, I can't believe no one told you.
I know. People used to always scream it in the chat. Now nobody mentions it. So I was like, all right.
So you become too dependent on the chat by the sounds of it.
Oh, I mean, they do such good mahi for us. The amount of times, you know, we're forgetting the names of things and they're coming in and coming to our aid. But I don't know if you saw Thursday, but the boys were putting good news story, like a really awesome New Zealand good news story. And I was sitting here like, and they had memes. And I was sitting here like, they're coming for my territory, guys. Yeah. Like good news and memes, I cannot even.
They're trying to phase you out. This is they're going for redundancy. They're going to make you redundant.
Or they're phasing us in. We're going to have maybe they'll start turning into bright hairy news. You know, like maybe we'll get some dyed beards maybe, or
you should trademark it before they change. Then you'll own the trademark.
I mean, I think Raijin owns it because Raijin's the one that came
Raijin up with it. Owns the trademark.
Yeah. Raijin came up with Bright Hairy News. Also no makeup artist. I got no money for that. This is all self-taught with free or cheap makeup that I have procured. Like this, I didn't pay for this. This was free. I went to a clothes swap. I get a lot of stuff for free. Because poor hard as. But yes, we better do our housekeeping before we get into the rest of the show.
Also, speaking of chat and their eternal wisdom, does anyone know if Modi's in town yet?
He should be coming in soon, because I think he flies in today and leaves tomorrow.
Okay, well, he must be then. Because I was passing the Cordis on my way from work, because I have to, and there was a lot of Indian garb. There's some police stationed outside there.
I heard there's snipers. There's they've got everything set up.
The funniest thing was, so I go to the corner of Simmons Street, start going down K Road, and I see three, it's Hertz or higher pool vans or whatever sitting there all in a row with a police car in front of it. And I noticed packed to the rafters, it's just filled with police in high-vis vests. These, we're talking about like the van you get like the hockey team in school to take up. So they're just filled with cops, just all like they're absolutely packed, and I was just pissing myself laughing. It was just like the most funny, unofficial thing I've ever seen. These hire pool vans full of cops ready to just come out and start cracking heads.
That would be such a weird sight. But no,
it was weird.
Saturday. I think it's supposed to be on Saturday because, yes, there was a news headline about how Auckland prepare for a plethora of disruptions on Saturday as police spies, bomb sweepers, and rooftop snipers are deployed across the central city for the visit of Narendra Modi.
Okay.
If you're I
walked through like a war zone and I didn't even know it. Great.
Well, they're going to have a major roadblock and a 15-vehicle motorcade. So it's going to be, and I mean, that on top of Matariki, like Auckland's going to be absolutely insane. It's going to be good. Where's my screens? Is this my screens? This is my screens. But yes, let's do our housekeeping. So obviously, if
I'm facing the wrong way now.
Would like to go and check out some of the old episodes, go through our shop. We're currently having a sale on the Ditch the Pricks merch. You can get a Ditch the Pricks hoodie for as low as $80, which is pretty good. It's also going to be great memorabilia once November. I'm not sure how which way the memorabilia is going to go, but fingers crossed it's the way we hope it. But yes, you can also get the t-shirt for $40, and I believe the stickers you can get as low as $2 if you buy the multi-packs. You can also get your foo-foos and the BHN original sticker, which I'm actually getting Pat to send me some of those because I don't even have any of these. Or the Ditch the Pricks. He's sending me those in the mail. And the Ditch the Pricks enamels are down to $7.50. I'm gonna need to get Pat to send me one of those too because they're so good. And we have a sale on our mugs, which are now $9.99. So don't do what our caller from yesterday did and put it through the dishwasher. And just because it was fine the first time, do it again.
Oh, was that the grievance? Did one of them have a grievance?
Yes. She accidentally. She also is really, really keen on the gargle my piss mugs, which I found hilarious because she started the conversation of, I just put my kids down to bed, and just the juxtaposition of that. I love. I need more callers like her next time. But yes.
I must have missed that one because I was very mad that there wasn't a hater that didn't.
No, sadly we didn't get any haters. But hey, who's to say that the haters won't try to infiltrate Discord, which you can find the link to up here, so that the next time the boys do a Discord live call-in, you're able to jump in there. And obviously,
I should have done it.
Right?
I had an axe to grind actually from this week.
You'll have to.
Pat mixed up his South Park episodes. He was talking about the 2016 election episode, and he said they had two episodes ready to go. And I'm like, no. That was Obama McCain. That was the episode about last night. So he's mixing that up with. They actually in 2016. I can't remember what. I think it was going to be called like the first man or something, America's First Man originally, because they called it for Hillary Clinton because of all the polls were saying like 90% Hillary Clinton wins, all that shit. And then so they completely wrote the episode basically for her, and they had to change it last second. I think they called it orgies or something.
Yeah. So all I'm hearing is that Pat needs to go back and rewatch South Park.
I need an official redaction on this issue. As a former South Park fan,
I'm sure this is beef that maybe you can squash this beef with him at the Auckland meetup for the big hairy debates. I mean,
is the big hairy debates here?
In Auckland. Yes, it's going to be out at college.
I assumed they were all in Dunedin.
No. Okay, so there's for those of you who don't know, actually, I think there should be.
Oops, I should try and get
on this page. You can tell I go to this website heaps, guys. Here we are, big hairy health debate. So we've got the big
That one
hairy
says
health
Dunedin.
debate coming up. This is the first one. Man, you've got to let me get to the end of the sentence.
So there's one late, so they're not all in Auckland. Okay.
No, so there's going to be technically 2 in Dunedin, 1 in Wellington and 1 in Auckland. But it's going to go like Dunedin, Wellington, Auckland, or Auckland, Wellington, then back to Dunedin again, spaced out by 2 weeks. The tickets are available at the moment, I believe, for the Dunedin one, which are $20 or $10 if you are a Patreon member. And speaking of Patreon, just going to shout out all of the patrons we have over on Big Hairy News Patreon. You are what enables Pat to be able to spend a god-awful amount of time just trying to communicate.
Say a god-awful amount of money.
Well, a god-awful... I mean, to be fair, it is not cheap. I know Pat mentioned, even just the flights alone to send the crew up to make this happen is a lot of that is thanks to our patrons. So thank you guys so much for all the support. And you get your little behind the scenes. We have our Patreon meetups, which I actually made the last one, thank God. And it was awesome. I always love the meetups because obviously it's nice to just actually hear from people. Pat usually does what made you want to join kind of icebreaker questions, but yeah, it's great. So if you do want to support what Pat, Chewy, me and Ems all do on the show, and I know there's plenty of people going, please give us a Christchurch one, please give us a this place one. Well, the only way that we can kind of end up having something like that in the future is if we have more people who come and help support. You can support for as little as $5 and go all the way up to something crazy like $2.50, but whatever is sustainable is what we would prefer everyone to do. Obviously, if you don't have it, no worries, all good. Sharing the videos, liking all the comments during the lives, super chats, everything. All of that helps. So just a huge, huge mihi to all of the patrons who allow us to talk shit on the internet and call out the government so hard that now they don't want to come to our debates, because actually that'll be probably something you've missed on the show. So far, and he's still trying, but so far the only party who have not actually said yes that they'll put someone forward is National. So quite funny that I guess we're in the same tier as like Jack Tame and all the other shows that he's not willing to.
So we've even got NZ First confirmed for all of them.
Yes, we have Casey Costello for at least one of them. I think he's trying to get Winnie P, because guess who we got for Auckland? Actually, you're so lucky. You're so lucky.
Seymour.
You have to go for me.
I do. I need to go now.
You're gonna have to buy tickets. So yeah, and hey, at least you got a car so you can drive yourself to the venue. Vic, I don't know how far that away that is from you. I'm not going to pretend to know where Aorere College is, but yes, really looking forward to the meetups that we're gonna have, to the actual debates themselves. We get the economy one here in Wellington, which I'm excited for. And getting to sell people merch and getting to meet a lot more of the patrons. I'm just super, super excited for all of that. So thank you guys. And I guess we better jump into some bloody news, eh?
Probably about time. It's been a good 20 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
It's in South Auckland.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't know where Aorere College was. I'm actually going to be in South Auckland myself in a couple of weeks. So.
Okay.
You got a car?
I do. I don't know.
Maybe an excuse to take it out for a run.
It's close to the train station, though. So hopefully, if the City Rail link's open by then, I can just hop on a train.
Hopefully. I realized, unfortunately, I'm on my normal one, so sorry.
Seymour won't send a proxy. He's not gonna chicken out.
Nah, he would he loves the idea of getting to potentially talk to people who don't like him. He's the kind of guy that thrives on that type.
Well,
of
it's
shit,
usually a win-win for him, because if
yeah,
he does great, he owns all the the wokesters. But if he does terrible, he's a victim. He's being attacked.
exactly. It's unfortunately him just existing is kind of a win for himself. So but yeah, so we're going to have a few things to look into, but today we a lot of you probably saw that National are looking to Labour to try help pass the social media ban for under 16.
Ugh.
Yes. So yeah, National's looking to Labour to help pass any potential social media ban for under 16-year-olds as it becomes clearer that support from its two coalition partners is unlikely. Education Minister Erica Stanford, who is leading work on the ban, confirmed she and officials had been meeting with Labour MPs to discuss the plan. This week, ACT and New Zealand First made strong statements against a proposed ban after reports Stanford was considering restrictions on VPNs or introducing digital IDs to implement it. Stanford denied this was part of any proposal and said she was not even considering digital IDs or VPN restrictions.
I thought China was bad. China had the firewall.
Yeah.
China bad, remember?
It's always projection, isn't it? While New Zealand First isn't supportive of the intent of Stanford's law change, this week a spokesman said the party would not be supporting the progression of this legislation. We communicated our concerns to National over the past few months, and again last week. Our stance has not changed. ACT, meanwhile, has opposed the idea from the get-go, saying last year a ban was simple, neat, and wrong. That has left Stanford and National with no way to get the legislation. I mean, yeah.
I mean, they hit the nail on the head. Yeah, it is. It's simple and wrong.
It's just a bad idea. Yeah, so Stanford told the Herald she and her officials had been briefing Labour MPs. I've met with Labour MPs on a number of occasions alongside my officials. If ever there was an issue to set aside politics, it's this one, which is... again, it's such a... We're only caring about the children. Why is no one else
What about the children?
Yeah, would someone please think of the children? I've been...
Which is also... well, there's I think a part of the issue with the conversation, because we're only treating this like it is just a children's issue.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not.
And that's something that we'll actually go into a bit more as we jump into, because I've got some videos, because it's obviously not just New Zealand that is having this. I mean, the only reason New Zealand's even probably really considering this is because of the fact that America is currently considering and proposing this.
I didn't think America's thinking about doing this exactly, like an ID law for.
Wow, the social media. I mean, we'll just let Phil us in on
what?
This.
Buckle up, hit that like button, and let's just jump into it, starting with this. You might need to show social media companies your ID before you post a meme, right? That is now one of the many concerns surrounding the Kids Internet and Digital Safety Act, aka the KIDS Act. And that might sound familiar to you because the House just passed it earlier this week by a vote of 267 to 117, but it's also incredibly controversial, right? On paper, you might think that is a bill about kids' safety that's very hard to argue with. It's seemingly meant to hold tech companies accountable by requiring new safety features and parental controls, restricting the use of minors' data and advertising and more stuff like that. But then there is a major in-your-face Kardashian in the 2010s butt to this story, and that centers around privacy concerns. You've got groups like the Electronic Frontier Foundation and the ACLU opposing this bill over fears that it could lead to companies using ID age verification. And while technically the bill itself does not require it, with the EFF noting that some parts even specifically say the bill should not be read to require age verification, once you look at the rest of the bill, to quote the EFF here, that disclaimer starts to look hollow. Because you see, the bill, it requires special controls, protections, messaging settings, and even more whenever a website knows or should have known a user is a child. And with the EFF saying, should have known wording is a low negligence style standard of knowledge. And adding, if an online service gets it wrong, it's going to be up to courts and regulators to decide after the fact if an online service should have known a user was 16. And adding, to try to avoid liability, services will have to determine which users are teenagers and which are not. Most won't be able to simply trust their users. And the most likely route is requiring driver's licenses, passports, do facial scans, or using age estimation systems that comb through a user's activity. And very importantly, this isn't just going to impact kids. Adults will have to prove that they are adults, meaning that information would be demanded from potentially everyone. And so that's why you got a lot of people calling it a de facto mandate, with Thomas Massey, for example, even saying it is a Trojan horse bill. And you've got the EFF adding that the bill's requirements come at the expense of privacy, free expression, and the ability of people of all ages to use the internet without revealing sensitive data. Right? Because if you have a situation,
which, I mean, I also saw someone compare it to kind of like, it's essentially turning social media into like alcohol, where you have to front up something in order to, you know, think, except it's, I guess, kind of worse, because this is also then going to enable all of this data to be collated and put under this digital profile that's already been built, that we're all very aware of.
I mean, at least when you go buy booze or something else, you're not getting like, they're not going to say the photocopying your ID, filing it away with all your personal information, and then, you know, basically leaving it super available for like a thief to just come and nick at any time, basically. So yeah, I would say it's not even comparable in that sense, really. It's complete bullshit. Because remember, I told you I went to Australia and there was like apps over there would just ask me. Yeah, even like dating apps and stuff were doing it. They're just like, you need to prove you're 18 to use this app.
Like, it's already bad enough that like a lot of the verification things on those dating apps are also like, please show us a photo of you doing this thing, which is just to train a fucking algorithm.
I don't even do those. I've been asked that before, and I was like,
I didn't know that when I first did it. Okay,
I got someone else's
figured it out afterwards.
And I went up to someone and went with their face. Like, what did you do? It's like, don't worry.
And obviously we know that there's been a ban already put in place in Australia, but what was also then concerning is, because also, I mean, we'll watch a video about it later, but a lot of this is, we need to keep an eye on what's to come, especially with National now fucking proposing all of this, is there was some crazy news out of the UK that follows along the same line, but to a much more intense degree. And for those of you who might have actually seen the thumbnail, I included in the thumbnail just one little snippet of the proposed bill that Phil's going to talk about. So we'll let him add to this crazy story.
Brand new Philip DeFranco show, you daily dive into the news, starting with this. Yo, the British are coming, and this time they're coming for YouTube. 250 years after they got their asses kicked in the name of liberty, equality, and the right to one day make a hit musical about the guy that did stuff with the money. They are trying to suppress this very show that you're watching or listening to right now.
This is pure authoritarianism.
They're trying to like rig algorithms now?
You would basically just be ass to mouth, or mouth to ass on the UK government.
AKA propaganda.
And it's absolute bollocks.
You've now got people on the left, the right, all over sounding the alarm, and we should talk about what's actually happened, right? Because it's a very big deal, and where we should start is with last month, right? Because you had the UK's culture department announcing that it would be considering proposals to restore the health of the country's media environment. And one of those proposals would force social media companies like YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok to artificially promote so-called trusted broadcasters like the BBC, ITV, and Channel 4. Now, to be clear, this is just the public consultation period, meaning that the public is invited to give their input until September. And so this technically is not actually a law yet, but you had the UK's media minister coming out and basically threatening platforms if they do not comply. It's saying that, well, he hopes that they work with the government to reform the algorithm voluntarily. Legislation could be used if it's needed, and adding the ball is in their court. And so one of the things you have right now is that YouTube's put out an alert to creators, warning them about what's happening, urging people to protest. You have them criticizing what it calls.
You're muted.
It just made me think it's crazy that they're trying to be so controlling, yet this is what is always why we're supposed to be scared of China. This sounds like CCP level shit. And some of the proposed rules, proposed new rules include a mandatory prominence regime. This would require digital platforms like YouTube to prioritize and give privileged position to traditional broadcasters such as the BBC, ITV, and Channel 4. In the interfaces, recommended feeds, and potentially pushing other content out of sight. For some reason, I've got a really bad low resolution one of this.
Also, he shouted the British are coming at the start, which is referring to the whole Paul Revere thing. If anyone knows, pretty much all of that's bullshit. And he never even said the British are coming, because, for example, they would have called themselves British at the time, so that would have just been a stupid thing to say.
Let us have fun.
Let us
have fun.
I just thought I'd point. I'm just pointing out fun historical facts.
No,
he
wasn't fun.
In fact, out of all the writers who did the whole, going to warn people of the British are coming, he was like he did like the shortest ride out of all of them. And he was like, he's the only one that this gets remembered. The guy that did the least effort. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, but I mean the fact that the fact that YouTube put out a actual warning about this is quite intense. I mean, the fact that they want to make a prominence regime, like, no wonder people are screaming propaganda. I mean, that is the quickest way to get there. And then there's just another quick timestamp.
So you heard about the Australia had an assessment basically on its current implementation of its restrictions, right? And that it's like pretty much not working.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. So there was a report that came out like start of the week or something saying basically it's been a unanimous failure at its first hurdle. Basically, it's like 85% of Australian kids aged 12 to 15 reportedly still active on social media by faking their age. So yeah, it's been just an all-round failure in Australia, for example. So.
It's not like anyone said that was going to happen, eh? Crazy.
No.
What a surprising result to come out of this.
Yeah.
Keep double clicking. Sorry, Fano. There we go.
Definitely going to affect a lot of young people, because at least in the UK, social media, it's become now a major source of news for a majority of adults and around 3/4 of the youth aged 16 to 24. And well, clearly you've got a lot of people saying, hey, something has to change, right? Joe Rogan or whoever spouting anti-vax bullshit or just stuff that everyone knows is factually untrue. That's rising to the top at a number of things that are actually true. They're then also getting buried under AI slop. It's just a mess. And again, you have people saying, something's got to change. But the question is, should the government get involved? And if so, is this the right way? And for a good number of people out there right now, the answer is no.
Misinformation has existed since humans learned how to f***ing speak, lads. The question...
What is this?
This is Gob2. But I mean, the main thing...
Gob who?
Gob2, it says it up in the top.
Gob2, okay.
Credit. But yeah, I mean, that is another concern too, is that like by implementing a lot of these restrictions that they want to do, they're actually also going to be causing harm, because a lot of young people, community lives online. Well, and not even just lives online, but even the community that they have in real life, all the ways that they communicate with each other is through Instagram, it's through Snapchat, they don't text each other. Like, that's one thing I find crazy even on like dating apps these days, when you're like, oh, do you want my number? And people are like, oh, do you got like Messenger or Discord or
yeah, everyone's asking me if like WhatsApp and something. Like, I'm not on any of that shit. I'm sorry.
Why can't I text you like a normal fucking person? And it's like, even to that degree, like they don't call a normal calling conventions. Like my brother earlier this week was like texting me, but then being like, oh, can we call on a different way? I'm just like, why?
What? It doesn't help that like Apple and other phone carriers are sort of basically fucking around, implementing RCA with iChat. Basically, I think it's called iChat, the one with the blue, it works like iMessenger. I think, is it iMessenger? I think that's one.
I don't have Apple, so
I don't know. Neither do I. So yeah, they have theirs, and there's RCA, which is like the more modern implementation of text on Android phones, and they're working on making them sort of work together, so you can actually use basically internet messaging between iPhones and Android, but it's carrier dependent. They haven't released it, like, I think outside US, Canada yet, and it's been years, and they're just taking their sweet time with it. So
yeah,
which would really help.
But yeah, it would, wouldn't it? And that's why I'm just like, it's really difficult with this. I think just this general topic it as a whole, and it's kind of like what you said earlier. It's the fact that it's always, the conversation is only ever focused on, we just want to help kids. We just want to help kids. Like, we all know social media has had some major negative effects on children. Like, nobody can claim otherwise. But simply just creating a social media ban that is not going to, like you said, the data's already showing it's not effective.
No.
All it's doing is giving them a very thinly veiled excuse to continue building these insane profiles they have on us for data that, like, I recently learned, even the supermarkets, I missed headlines, apparently there was some last year, but even our supermarkets are creating digital profiles about us to change how they're marketing to us.
Oh,
to
yeah,
see
no.
whether we're...
Don't use discount cards.
I can't, I have to, because otherwise I'd be fucked. But yeah,
Okay.
I know it's tracking me. At least I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, I am a slave to capitalism. Like, I am in a rock in a hard place. I'm a beneficiary. I don't really have the privilege of going, oh yeah, I can just forgo all of those, actual cheap deals that will mean I can maybe eat slightly better food this week.
You could try and say, like, you know what this supermarket's doing, but at the end of the day, they're probably still making that extra buck and just selling that data on as well, I would guess.
Oh, for
to data
sure.
brokers.
Absolutely.
Like, there's no reason not for them not to. It's like free profit. Like, why not?
And so
my little mini protest is basically every time I see something that's has a members price discount, I don't buy it, which is always a good way to rule things out. So
no, that is so fair. But I thought we'll give Peter a bit of a...
The UK government is releasing a policy paper that outlines how they are going to restrict the public from having access to any news sources online that is not pre-approved by the government. And if that is not a perfect encapsulation of these older generations, I don't know what is. These older generations have been touting that they built things from the ground up. They had the freedom to do it with their own hands, and they took what they wanted and created a system that benefits everyone. And that these younger generations just want to live off of it, and they can't or...
And it's probably hard to see that on screen, but it's a compilation of news article snippets talking about nobody wanting to work anymore that date back all the way to the 1894. So it's not this generation, it's not my generation, it's not the generation before us. It is the same thing that capitalism has just tried to blackmail us into thinking we don't do enough. And it's not that we don't do enough, it's that they're too fucking greedy and they just want to extract as much as they can.
Why does no one want to work in this dusty, debris-ridden factory anymore that, has like a death rate of like 40% people dying?
Oh yeah, or like those women who were painting clocks that had like uranium or some shit in it. And so they had their teeth falling out and their bones turning to dust. And some of them even had like fucking flesh melting and shit. Like, absolutely just, that's the propaganda.
Try paying people, then maybe people will want to work more. Have we considered that? Weird.
Don't want to build something of their own. In actuality, they built a system that benefits just them, and they are now installing more control features so that they can maintain the control and not lose it to the generations who want to build their own systems. Growing up, I was constantly told that the reason China is so bad and dangerous and why we need to be cautious of them is because the government watches everything you do online and they restrict your access to only government-approved news sources. So they're just getting pure for propaganda and the social credit score aspect. And now every country on this planet is installing the same things. But that's in the UK and I live in the US, so why do I even care? Because I would argue whatever's happening over there is going to happen over here in about 6 months to maybe a year and a half.
And I'd argue, and then for us in New Zealand, maybe we've got like 2 to 4 years, since we tend to be a bit far behind. But who knows? We have been increasingly getting faster and faster at copying.
There's actually a big concern if the US does nationally roll it out. That's a big market. And the way a lot of sort of the way you maintain sites and stuff, you want to minimize maintenance in regions by making it as similar as you can for different regions. Essentially, it's cheaper. Otherwise, you have a bunch of different sites, essentially instances in different regions that you have to maintain. It becomes more expensive the more diverse it is. So, if a big enough market makes it mandatory, there's a good chance they might just roll it out de facto for a lot of regions and territories. So just make it the norm rather than the exception, essentially. So
that sounds like it gives the people and communities a lot of autonomy. That sounds like it's really respecting people's ability to make choices and to.
Hey, look, the good thing at the end of the day, like I said, this isn't just a kid issue. It might drive a lot of people away from just using these services in general. So.
This is from Australia, but I thought this was really interesting because someone actually put a comment in the chat, and I had a video for this comment, funnily enough, but I could not find it for the life of me. I think a lot of them get taken down. But even if you don't use reward cards, your purchases are actually tracked through your FPOS. So our supermarkets, even here in New Zealand, they basically, they use your FPOS card number as your kind of ID, so that they track what you're buying through that already. And this is some crazy stuff from Australia.
They are invading our privacy, and some of the biggest offenders are our giant supermarket corporations, Coles and Woolworths. For example, Coles has a multi-year commercial arrangement with Palantir, one of the world's most dangerous and unethical corporations. So picture this. You're wheeling your supermarket trolley down the aisle in Coles, and thanks to facial recognition software, Coles knows exactly who you are. And thanks to Palantir integrating their data systems, Coles knows exactly what you like to buy, when you like to buy it, and whether you are tempted by discounts or specials or not. And thanks to their digital price tags, Coles can manipulate the price in real time as you come down the supermarket aisle. This is surge pricing brought to you by Coles and Woolworths, delivered by surveillance capitalist corporations like Palantir. Prices may quietly go up for you and quietly go down for someone else 10 seconds later, depending on who is walking through the aisle, and the Labor government has no plan to protect Australians from this exploitation.
Which, I don't think we have a lot of supermarkets in New Zealand that have digital price tags, but that was kind of a bit eye-opening when I watched that. I was like, oh shit, cool. Another thing to be worried about. Yeah, I mean, what do you think?
we brought up the card thing before. I think banks do get a little less information, though. They don't get like specifically what's being purchased, I think, for example, whereas they're just going to get like the amount and the merchant that you would have done a transaction with. I think, for example, I don't think they get the full data as far as I'm aware, at least from my experience. For example,
I think it's more the incorporation of the other aspects that is.
On top of that, yeah. Honestly, I'd have more concern, like people go through like these bank management apps and stuff like that. I'd be more concerned with those things. Well, have you ever seen those? You like share like your bank account so it can analyze your spending habits and all that kind of shit.
Oh, I have. Is it kind of like Rocket Money type vibes? That kind of thing?
Probably. I don't know any of the
Okay,
services, but
my bank technically does that for me, so.
oh, cool. All right. Well,
They have
that's good.
Yeah. No, but I haven't heard because I mean, yeah, letting them have access to your.
Well, because I haven't heard any like anything about banks specifically. Maybe they do, but I haven't heard anything specifically about any banks like doing like data broker trading or anything. But it's possible. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, the problem is that there's a lot of they probably won't, but the problem
Well,
is
I guess
often
the
that they
good thing
can.
about banks is they're usually a bit more tight with their security, so maybe that's why we never hear about them.
And then some interesting stuff actually.
That's relative though.
From Canada. So Canada.
Yeah, I
Canada
agree
is
with
also.
Pete. Pete was saying it sounds highly illegal for banks to do that too, and I was wondering that too. Like maybe because, for example, do you? I've never signed up for a bank before. I've had my bank account since I was a kid, but I'm not sure if you sign up for a bank, do you sign some kind of privacy agreement thing? Because that's usually an indication that they're gonna probably do some shit with your data. But I actually don't know.
I just signed up to Kiwi Bank, but I don't know if I did.
Yeah, so you didn't sign anything like that. So I'm assuming
Not
they
that
don't.
I'm aware of. But
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'm not sure because I haven't finished the process. Mostly because I haven't gone and given them my, verification of who the fuck I am. But yeah.
Yes, you do sign a privacy agreement. Okay, there you go.
And yeah, even Bunnings has facial surveillance. I know even like I just went to the Countdown and they've got it on there. Like I know Pack and Save, all of them. They say it's obviously for theft prevention. One thing I thought was crazy that I learned while I was looking into all of this is actually that they can check your license plate number. So supermarkets can use their CCTV cameras to actually run your license plate against like police data. So that seems crazy to me personally. But yeah, let's have a listen to this.
Social media bans are how digital IDs are implemented. The problem with a social media ban is that everybody needs to prove their age. It's like you trying to buy alcohol. That means that you need to attach a government-approved ID to all of your social media accounts, connecting all your social media to your real name. The government will know every single account that you have online. Remember, Bill C-9 defines what you can and cannot say, both online and in the real world. Bill C-22 is all about
which, yeah, this is talking about the retention of categories of metadata. So they actually have some laws coming in Canada that are explicitly targeting these things. I know, unfortunately, my favorite, Wab Canoe, he did actually in Manitoba, they have implemented a social media ban for children under 16.
Yeah. And again, it's the same, as I said, with the bad and the good, rolling out these kinds of restrictions in territory. I mean, maybe Canada's probably not big enough to affect globally, but for example, the EU has done a lot of stuff around implementing privacy laws and stuff within their territory, and we've seen those spill out to other sites. You know how it used to be really common that you used to just have to accept all for cookies, and you had to go digging through a bunch of menus to try and find how to reject all the cookies. Now, at least because of I think EU legislation, it's a bit easier just to say reject cookies or only accept necessary cookies.
I've actually started making sure I hit the reject because I think in my brain I always thought if you hit reject you couldn't continue. I think that's almost like a weird thing that they've tried to make us.
That's why they have
like
the necessary cookies as well sometimes, because sometimes it does break sites. Sometimes cookies are necessary for the site to actually function properly, but
yeah, no,
depends.
Absolutely. I like this comment here. Lol, theft prevention. But what do they do when thieves come in? Ask security to call the police so they can show up in 4 hours. Exactly. With all those brand new police officers that Mark Mitchell got for us, we have heaps, right? But yes,
there's about 3 vans full on the K Road right now, so
true. Oh god, yeah, he's eating up our police's time. Oh man. I'm already so fucked off about the Modi thing, dude. Like, I do not. Like, it's like, oh wow, it's the first time that an Indian president or whatever they call them has come in 40 years, or prime minister. I don't really care.
I mean,
it's the first time in 40 years, and honestly, I wish it wasn't. I wish he'd stayed away. I don't want to be in bed with all these authoritarian dictator fascists. It's Matariki, man. Let us have our fucking holiday.
He's more proto-fascist.
I don't give a shit. It's close enough. He's under the umbrella.
Yeah, he's on the spectrum, the fascist spectrum.
Yeah, he's on the fascist spectrum. Exactly. So is Elon Musk.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, that's the thing is, like, a lot of this is, if we're actually going to focus on the problem that kids are having in schools. Unfortunately, I tried to archive this. It was not working for me for some reason, so we can only really see the headline and the thing. But this kind of made me think of, like, well, what can we do that are actually maybe more positive actions that will actually help our kids learn how to have, I don't know, a healthy relationship with their devices. And so we have once an early adopter of the iPads, so this school actually adopted them 15 years ago, this primary school is now removing screens from young learners.
These guys watched Toy Story 5, I guess.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I don't know. No
I haven't either, but you know the plot if you just watch
No,
the
I don't.
trailer.
I don't watch the trailers because I don't want the movie to be spoiled for me. Like, why would I watch the trailer for a movie? All it does is spoil it. Like, crazy.
I mean,
but
you want to watch Toy Story 5?
Of course I do. Bro, I fucking love the Toy Story franchise. I
do too,
the
but
video
4
game.
was garbage and
So
5's
good.
probably worse. Okay. You
4,
like Sonic
I'm already
3.
4 movies
What are you
in.
saying?
I'm not watching Sonic. Are you kidding?
No, I was
I'm
meaning
not-
Raiden.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, exactly. But, I mean, this is
I love you,
something that
Ryan.
a school is clearly doing because they're like, hey, look, having these iPads, I think a lot of what people have seen is that, while yes, there has been some advantages in terms of, you know, some of the positives that technology gives, having kids be on their screens all the time while they're at school, then all the time while they're not at school, is just not helpful. I also have heard anecdotally from quite a few teachers that just obviously it's majorly affected handwriting and so many, I even spelling, because I mean, a lot of the time, especially if you're on, you know, like a more like an Android or a iPhone device, you've got bloody the predictive text that'll just spell stuff. Like, even me as an adult, I'll happily admit I have kind of forgotten how to spell certain words because I rely upon my bloody phone to sometimes tell me. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. That's all I'll say. I have gotten back into trying to take notes by hand. I actually, when I did my oral submission, I was like, no, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it properly. So I actually like wrote down all my notes so I could then type it up. Which honestly, I need to do more of that. And yeah, there are so many things that, like, we should be actually holding, like, the companies account. Like, the fact that we know that Facebook and Meta and all of their social medias have very, very specifically manipulated their platforms to gamify the human psychology. Like, that is the level that they're playing on, you know, even from something as small as the, like, I can see I have 7 notifications on Discord right now, which my body then goes, oh, I want to check that. Oh, let me have a look. You know, those types of things, even just the way that certain things will then make big flashes on screens, making you feel a sense of accomplishment. So people sit there and play idle games or fucking Candy Crush, where there are some good aspects to those more puzzly type games, but when you're just sitting there constantly because you're getting these ooh, that's hard, you're getting all these nice like sparkles and these noises that make your brain go, ooh,
Candy Crush. It's just
I'm
so
winning.
annoying to me. It looks so
I'm winning.
obnoxious.
Oh yeah, I can't
Remember
handle.
Flappy Bird?
Dude,
that was like the
they had that
opposite.
at Time Zone.
Everyone was just mad at Flappy Bird. That was the
I think
weirdest
it's
arc.
come around though, because like they have Flappy Bird. I'm actually really good at Flappy Bird at Time Zone. It's one of the
it
games
was
I'm
horrible.
actually fucking no. So on the phone, I wasn't that good. On the Time Zone one, I'm weirdly good, and I don't know why. I actually quite enjoy playing it at the Time Zone. But no, I totally get what you mean. Like, or even just like fucking when our generation were playing Doodle Jump. Did you play Doodle Jump?
I did, but I didn't get Doodle Jump. I wasn't into Doodle Jump. I was into Mega Jump. Mega Jump was the shit.
I don't know. We had Doodle Jump, especially because I remember you'd have to find someone who had it on their phone to see if they could like share it with you.
Yeah, no, I saw everyone playing Doodle Jump, and I was like, that's lame. And I played Mega Jump because it was cooler.
And like even I've noticed like in terms of the way video games
like Fruit Ninja 2, that was a good one.
But like so say, you know, people like in my youngest brother's generation, he still plays a lot of like Robloxy, Fortnitey, but a lot of it is very like, you know, there isn't these like he has a hard time playing more like FPS shooters or playing more of your roguelites or puzzle games. God, I remember how angry he would. I got him to play It Takes Two with me. Man, that kid was so angry because he's just so used to how kind of easy a lot of the newer games are, and more of that instant gratification rather than that earning it.
Club Penguin. Oh, remember Club Penguin?
I did not Club Penguin myself, but I actually do.
I didn't really, but I hopped on there.
Board. Look, there he is.
Those weird early. Oh yeah, cute. All those weird early internet games. I love those. Like Neopets. Remember Neopets?
Oh yeah, Neopets was great.
Yeah.
But like that's the thing is I wish like, you know, kids, because actually I've seen a lot of parents who have been like, I've actually gone and gotten an old computer and put like more PC-ROM style games on them so that kids can have, you know, a non-connected to the internet you know, experience, because while being connected on the internet is great and cool, there's so much to learn. Like, where's my water? That shit. I love how much that game makes you think. And yeah, I think a lot of us too, you know, especially us older people, we still play a lot of our old favorite games, but I've personally found, like, even just from a lot of that, I struggle with a lot of the newer games because they're made for a different audience, and an audience that's a lot more quick, shorter rounds but consistent, and yeah, I just think that there is so many ways we could get our kids learning better, and just actually getting them to do more practical stuff rather than solving stuff on a screen. That very tactile stuff that, you know, just gives you such good skills for life. But yeah, that's kind of my way to kind of end out of the social media stuff of like, if we're gonna talk about what's good for kids and what'll help kids, let's actually fucking do that. Let's not pretend that the social media ban is anything other than just another desperate grab for data, because we're living in like the end of capitalism where they have to scrape the tiniest little bits of data to keep adding to their hoard.
I mean, it's essentially like an attempt at a form of sort of digital prohibition, but just for like a certain crowd.
100%. Like, even people, I think actually, Kiwi Burb made a comment being like, God damn, we're going to have to stick to using cash now. Well, that's the thing is, I guess this is another reason for, you know, I think the argument that we do need a bit more analog back in our life.
And that's when the government goes, it's time to phase out cash.
Well, that's the thing is, like, cashless societies is something that people have kind of tried to tout. The fact that we see PlayStation have gone and they're not going to be making physical media anymore, which means, you know, we're going to actually just lose stuff. It's all going to be, here, pay for this subscription for so long as our father company owns this bloody, you know, and conglomerate or whatever the hell.
I think China's primarily cash. I believe.
So do you say China is cashless?
I think China's gone pretty much mainly cashless at this stage. Everyone
That
uses
would relatively
like
track from what I've seen of a lot of content
WePay
creators from over
or
there.
whatever, all that stuff.
Yeah, no, because I watched this family who document like taking their kids to the hospital and how my god efficient, fast, and good their healthcare system is.
Which probably helps them keep like their drug trade pretty much completely insignificant. Their illegal drug trade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's no cash to deal in, so probably.
But yeah, there's a lot of better arguments that we could be having around what we should be doing to actually help kids rather than just...
When do we revolt?
I mean, it's a great question.
I'm waiting for someone to lead the charge. I'm gonna be out there, but
Yeah, that's what everyone says.
I don't want to
That's
be the
usually the
first.
problem. It's like, oh no, you do it first. You
do
go
it first, bro. Yeah.
But we'll do a couple of quick super chats and then we'll jump straight into a thing because we're already at 10 o'clock. Bloody hell.
I meant to make the revolution. I was busy that day, and
Also, thank you for the Ziggy Stardust reference.
Hey,
I do not think I'm worthy.
I see it. No, I
think
see
I'm
it now.
worthy,
I
but
totally
alright,
see it.
hey.
Yeah.
Also, apparently, I'm turning the boys gay, and you know what? Fuck, I'm so here for it. We got a late fee from Tani for $2. Kia ora. Thank you. Always good to have you here. We got Rajan for $2. Rogers as a LARPer confirmed. I don't know what that was referencing.
I don't know either. I
was going to say, out of all the people who would LARP, I think you're one of the last people, I would assume.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I do it for real.
Kamatata for $5. We don't want a social media ban because it's totalitarian and ineffective. David Seymour doesn't want a ban because he can't Snapchat young people. We are not the same. Total core, 100%. That's the thing about these libertarians. We often align on how we want something to go. It's the why and the how that is often, the argument. Pete Syme for $2. Reconsidering my bananas, condoms, and honey order. Where the fuck are you ordering these? Is this your Uber Eats? Is this your DoorDash? That's crazy. Thanks for letting us know, I guess.
Thank you.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that now.
Okay. Apparently, I might have been incorrect on China. They still might use some money. So there you go. I don't know. I was just guessing. I don't actually know. So.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they do at least have an efficient pay thingy. So I'm just gonna get this ready to big screen so you don't have to see all the horrible fucking ads. Oh, and it's gonna play. I'm so not used to being on one that actually has ads. It's crazy. I need to actually put effort into downloading my ad blocking on this profile. Unfortunately, because of StreamYard, we have to play funny games. Excuse me, ma'am. Please be quiet. I would like you to talk to the people, not me. Here we go. So obviously, have you noticed we've been having some bad weather recently? You might not have noticed, but there's been...
Is that why my dad was complaining about having to mop up a whole floor
no.
of water?
Yeah, because there was a lot of flooding down in Dunedin, eh?
Yep.
Oh, your poor parents.
Yeah, no, they got a place in that the flood prone area in South Dunedin that they were gonna. And then he started bitching and moaning about the what do you call it? The council and their plans to turn if they weren't so busy focusing on turning everything into a swamp. Whatever. I don't remember what he said.
I love that. But yeah, let's just have a listen to this news story.
A report commissioned by the Infrastructure Commission has put a price tag on what the future could look like. It warns flooding is already costing the country almost $500 million every year, and within 50 years, that figure could climb to more than $700 million annually. Roads, power, water networks and homes are all in the firing line. Ava Whitworth reports.
The cleanup isn't even finished, but scientists are already looking at what comes next. A new report has crunched the numbers and found flooding is already costing New Zealand $472 million every year. almost $500 million every year to repair damaged infrastructure. And that's just today's bill.
Give that report to the government. I'm sure they'll listen.
Could climb to more than 720.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I know, right? God. And there's also one that, oh man, I can't wait to show you the next one because it's got to do with their favorite roads.
Oh, great.
$20 million by 2075. The message is simple. The cost of flooding is projected to keep climbing if greenhouse gas emissions remain high.
Another way of thinking about the numbers in this report is kind of the cost of doing nothing. You're setting a benchmark for how you should respond. And only once we know the size of that problem can we think about how we respond.
The biggest losses are expected to come from the infrastructure we rely on every day. Homes, electricity, water and local roads. Together, they're forecast to account for hundreds of millions of dollars in damage. The report says coastal flooding is where the costs rise fastest. Currently, it's sitting at $243 million. By 2075, it could jump to $543 million. That means annual losses from coastal flooding are projected to more than double over the...
That feels like an underestimation.
That's
to
50
be quite
years
frank.
away. That's problem for later.
That's Gen Alpha's problem.
We're going for growth. By the time we get to 2075, 543 million is going to be nothing. We're going to have grown so much exponentially. It's going to be great.
I mean, you know what? It actually won't be that much if we started, I don't know, maybe like a mega rich tax, like a super wealth tax, maybe. Like
you don't want to disincentivize people from becoming super wealthy, though. That'd be horrible.
I mean, they are job creators. You are right. They only want what's best for the economy.
As we know, because the total wealth went up by about like something like 50 billion over the last year or so, I think, wasn't it? And as we know, employment's only going up, right? Employment numbers are going up.
Well, and I also don't know if this is accounting for the fact that like climate change is at a current point now. It is only, at least at the current rate we're going to get worse, and these changes are going to be faster, more frequent. Like I was talking to my grandma recently, and she was going, she's complaining about how wet and cold it's been lately, and I'm just like, well, that's climate change. And I was like, was it like this when you were a kid? Because she's fucking like 87.
True. We're not accounting for the lost milk.
Is that where it goes?
Yeah, well...
Damn. I mean, we can't have that. And I mean, I'm sure flooding will definitely allow more cow poop to go into our rivers too.
Oh, yeah.
Not like we don't have enough of that in the water already.
The next 50 years. But the report shows not every part of the country faces the same challenge.
What we've learned in this report is that because there's a large variation in losses depending upon where the region is located, or the region itself, and where the infrastructure is located, a sort of one-size-fits-all approach doesn't really work.
Auckland tops the list for the biggest dollar losses, simply because it has the most infrastructure. Followed by Christchurch, $65 million, Palmerston North, $40 million, and Napier, $34 million. But when the numbers are adjusted for the size of each district, places like Wairoa, Kaipara and Whakatane face some of the greatest risk. The report raises a bigger question. Do we keep rebuilding after every storm, or spend more now to make our roads, bridges and water networks resilient enough to withstand the next one? And are we doing enough right now? Infrastructure Minister Chris Bishop seems to think so.
Lots of things.
We're doing so much.
One is a national flood map. This government's put money in the last budget.
Yep, we've made a map about where it's going to flood. All right, this is where all the bad shit's going to happen.
Right?
All right.
Wow,
Thank goodness for the flood map. I'm so happy.
What would we do without your flood map? I'm sure it's very helpful. Let me just press that.
And public. We're making investments, quite significant investments, through the Regional Infrastructure Fund in flood protection. We've also done the National Policy Statement on Natural Hazards. We're taking the problem very seriously.
You made a statement.
The report isn't predicting a single disaster.
A statement
it's
and a map.
to give governments and councils a clearer picture of the scale of the challenge.
I know, right? Like, A statement and map is a lot of work for the national government.
He's really putting in the effort there.
They would have had to listen to experts for that map too, and we know how much they hate that.
Is that my office building behind them?
I don't know. Do you want to dox your office building?
Well, I don't know. I can't.
You won't
if
work
I
there
can't
for
tell.
too long though, so I mean.
That's true. Yeah.
For reference, guys, big capitalism got Rogers. He got shafted. So.
I don't know. I might have a case for litigation. We'll see how it goes.
Hell yeah.
Even though those numbers are getting larger, it's not as if we have no control over those numbers.
Taking control of our infrastructure now to avoid paying more later.
Yep. And then we also, on top of all of that data, we have this here with inland flooding could rise by up to 53%. So it's not just our oceans and coastlines that we have to worry about at the moment. We are having to deal, obviously, I'm sure we've all seen it more and more, especially in the Hutt, poor the Hutt, and places like South Dunedin, getting absolutely wrecked. I mean, Wairoa, they mentioned in that article too, which is currently under a state of emergency as we speak.
Has anyone showed them the map, though?
Well, I mean... It does sound like it's an important map, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously we've got... I did see a comment here that I thought was also a really good point, is that Greymouth has had to shift their town centre more inland. It's given more towns will follow suit. And I think
the Bikini Bottom strategy. We're just going to move it somewhere else.
Well, unfortunately, I do think that we are at a position where we do have to have a very realistic conversation about how we not only continue to make cuts to our emissions and to help, slow down / reverse greenhouse emissions, but also in the mitigation that we do, because we have come pretty fucking far. And we are, unfortunately, there are marae that are having, there are iwi and marae and hapu who are already having these conversations about, especially since, a lot of Māori, we lived on the coastline. So there is a lot of conversation they've already had to have about, okay, where do we move? How can we move? Because obviously moving spaces means likely having to either make your little piece smaller or encroaching on someone else's technical piece, which is a whole other,
Yes,
coordination.
Tane, it was a Simpsons strategy as well. It was in multiple cartoons.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I do think there is an aspect of that we do have to kind of take seriously and be like, look, it's like islands in the Pacific who are already having to focus more on mitigation and more on adaptation rather than mitigation, because for a lot of island nations it's kind of already a little too late for a lot of their islands as it is. So it's also why we need more wetlands. Don't tell your father this, but it's why we need more wetlands. Wetlands. Or like how
also,
we
the beavers. I was
gonna say you and I we watched a video on Aotearoa tonight about how Canadian beavers were put into a town that had been struggling with flooding issues, and straight away those beavers not only got to work, fixed the problem and made the area like a sponge, but it also enabled 8 new species of life to be back in those rivers and those swamplands, and just so many positives.
And they might be able to help with the slash issue too. They might start getting rid of all that slash for us as well. Who knows?
I thought that was a really good idea when you mentioned that, because slash in New Zealand, that's a big, big, big problem. And it's crazy that this government thinks they're doing enough, because I thought they liked roads. These roads aren't looking... They're not looking very significant, my guy. They're looking significantly broken.
It's just a patch job.
Actually, I've got drone footage. That's right. I forgot I had drone footage.
Maybe they'll add a bike lane.
Like this is the State Highway 1 near Kaikoura, which, you know, road of national significance up in the north. But this is it's Instagram doing its stupid thing. But yes, that is a road that needs some maybe replanning exactly where that road is. Because again, do we just keep rebuilding it so that it'll fall away like that? Or do we go, hey, maybe we need to look at rerouting some things and actually maybe making this one a bit more inland road? Like, it's nice and it's lovely to be able to drive along the coast, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But the dangers seem to potentially outweigh.
Or some more like I'm not going to pretend to be a road engineering expert, but maybe some more significant infrastructure investments might be better, like some kind of bridge, you know, might be a better strategy than
that's not a road,
I guess. But you know, it might be better than just sort of putting it on this fragile bit of land that slopes right into a river. You know, not maybe the best. Idea long term.
I do think that, again, it's about having conversations, because also we got new national flood data that reveals areas that are most at risk.
I have to look on the history, I guess, on a lot of our roads and how they sort of came to fruition. But I'm assuming most of them just used to be old sort of makeshift, you know, tracks that horses and carts used to take, probably.
That people
and then eventually someone's like, "We got to make this a road for modern day," and never really thought about the long term implications about, you know, where should we actually put this, and it's just sort of stuck there as the de facto road that we use, I assume.
Exactly. But I thought everyone would like this article as well added in here, because we've got charts. So more than a third of the population in some regions are at risk from inland flooding, and that will increase as a changing climate brings wilder, wetter weather, new data shows. Earth Science New Zealand, formerly NIWA, has just released the first ever national model of flood risk across the entire country, along with a public flood hazard viewer, so people can see their area's risk compared to elsewhere in Aotearoa. The research
involved... so that's like what the government just did.
Wow,
it's a map. It's a map about flooding.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm wondering if maybe then, that's what they're saying we did.
Maybe that's what they were referring to. Was this?
Yeah, okay. Curious. I mean, quite probably. Researchers involved hope that the information will guide better decisions about where to prioritize climate adaptation and where to avoid future development. Data shows that nationwide, 750,000 people, or 15% of the population, are already at risk from a major rainfall or river flooding event, one that has a 1 in 100 chance of occurring at any given year. The number of people exposed rises steadily to more than 900,000, with 3 degrees of warming. And so this, flood that has a 1 in 100 risk. So this kind of shows us. I didn't notice that. I didn't click over the dots the last time. I see.
So we should all move to Taranaki, is what I'm seeing.
I mean, it's looking pretty good in Taranaki.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. We also have the value of buildings exposed.
Exploding. The value of buildings exploding.
It's that.
I want to see that.
I saw 235 billion, and that's probably why my brain thought exploding, because that's a lot of money. Which, as you can see here, Canterbury, huge. I mean, huge. That's massive. It seems like maybe Christchurch needs to really have some.
That's interesting, considering didn't they just move like half their city anyway? Like,
well, they moved bits and pieces, but I guess also, you know, there is a lot of coastline, there is a lot of fault line stuff, so.
I guess this is Canterbury, not just
this is also flood risks, so I guess it depends on, like, I believe they're quite close to sea level, if I remember correctly. So I imagine
it is very flat in Canterbury. I can tell you that much.
Big jumps in a risk for some areas as the climate warms, bringing more extreme weather. They've showing here that apparently. Oh can't see it properly. This map's too big. How does flood risk change as the climate warms? The proportion of people exposed to a major flood event rises as the average temperature increases. Use the drop-down menu to see how the risk changes. Oh, I see. So we go no additional warming. This is kind of where we're at.
Okay.
Can I please go out? Yeah, there we go. A little bit more. There we go. You won't be able to see it the best, but you'll see the colors. Yeah, I see. So that we get the East Coast increases with 1% warming, 2% warming, and then 3% warming puts. Honestly, most of the South Island at a lot higher risk, and honestly, a good portion of the North Island at a lot higher risks, especially around here in the Hawke's Bay, which is where Wairoa is as well.
West Coast and Hawke's Bay.
And then we've got buildings at risk, some regions. So obviously West Coast, you're going to have a high risk just due to general exposures. How equipped are communities to respond? West Coast, very high, which is good to see based on the numbers we just saw before. What's our lower exposed? Wellington down here. I mean,
look at everywhere used to just be a swamp in this country.
I mean, we were a big portion of swamp, and
I mean, it's the great irony of nature. It's just it's just bringing back the swamp. It's just just saying, really, hey, I'm reclaiming what's mine. This is my swamp. Get out, me swamp.
I mean, I do feel in some ways that this is what happens when your hubris says, let me just manipulate nature and expect nothing to go wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I remember learning about, like, when we got taken to a par site in just over Eastbourne ways here in Wellington, and just being surprised when he was like, so where we are, this was the par, and so all of that stuff, that was grasslands, but everything behind us, that was a swamp, because tactically that was the reason they had set up. So they had basically this huge kind of dip that went down into a swamp, which meant the only way you could approach the par site was from the one entrance.
No, it's a good defensive strategy.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
It's how a lot of our par sites were set up, was having that kind of in mind.
It's like Deepwood Motte in Game of Thrones.
I watch Game of Thrones, and even I'm like, what?
No, well, it's more of a book thing that it showed up it showed up in the show for like one episode, and it was dumb.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that sucks. But yeah, that's kind of that's the weather. That's the weather. We need to be getting, maybe that could be something that we see from more of the parties coming out. Like, hey, let's actually focus on some of this, because whether we like it or not, the consequences of human action are coming. And
is it me? Are you back?
Oh no, that must have been you for a second. Or,
okay.
Well, at least to me it looked like you for a second, but nah, you're good.
I'm watching the stream. I'll see who freezes.
Maybe that's why you're freezing.
It was me.
Yeah, I thought so. And I guess we should have a quick little meme stop, shouldn't we?
Probably.
And then we can jump into some Matariki.
Okay.
But before the memes, there is a PSA, and that is that Te Rōpū Pounamu, who is the Māori network within the Green Party, is having a social fundraiser that is open to all. So you don't have to be a Green Party member or a member of Te Rōpū Pounamu. You can go buy tickets. Obviously, it's a fundraiser, so they'll be having a bunch of guest performances. I'm sure there'll be some prize stuff going. And actually, it's hosted by BHN, a BHN viewer, Tiffany Twisted. So Tiffany is often in the chat. So if you'd like to meet Tiff, you'd be able to meet her. It's going to be at the Mānawatia Bridge Tavern on Saturday, the 25th of July at 7 p.m. till 11:30 p.m. And it's going to have special guests, and it's $60 a ticket and limited door sales. So yeah, get in if you're interested.
With light supper provided. I don't think they could write that any smaller. Just down.
No,
in the
yeah.
right-hand corner.
Maybe it's so you don't expect too much food.
True.
But no, it's gonna be a great time. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go, but I've made sure I plug it regardless. Oh yeah, Luxon posted a selfie, a picture, and there was people who were pulling the fingers in the background. But apparently, I saw on Jordan Rivers' social media, he actually posted this picture, and then once people obviously noticed that, he actually took it down and then re-uploaded a photoshopped version with them not in the background.
I was just thinking he looks like Kingpin here. Like, he literally looks like the Kingpin.
It was also funny because when I went on Facebook for all of like 10 seconds, and I saw the Facebook post from Luxon with the picture of him and his wife, and can't remember the two people who were standing next to him. And then I scroll like 3 posts down, and I see Paul Goldsmith posting about his Matariki celebration with the same photo, except Christopher Luxon like cropped out Tama Pōtaka and Paul Goldsmith from the photo when he posted it on social media, which just felt so shady and so funny to kind of have those like almost right next to each other. Because I don't follow these guys, but Facebook knows that rage will make me pay attention.
Yeah.
So it started showing me this shit.
Hey.
Count Binface is just... Although, actually, I saw a video from Count Binface, and he was actually saying that should he win, he would actually save the taxpayers $380,000 based on the fact they wouldn't have to do some, like, re-election specific procedure. Don't ask me what exact thing it is, but I just thought it's crazy that that's one of his new campaign lines. Essentially, like, if you do vote for me, you could save $380,000 of taxpayer money. So, sweet. Acting sus. I mean, very sus. The fact that you can be brain dead and still be a Republican senator is very on brand for the entire party, as I'm sure we've all been loving the memes about Mitch McConnell this week. This one made me laugh.
I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah, that's who that one was referencing.
I mean, they're all brain dead, aren't they?
Do you know who the man is that's been photoshopped into?
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Sorry.
It's Sugar Baby Thomas Clarence.
Took me a while to realize this is a Photoshop for a
Yes,
second
this is the
there.
picture that we looked at earlier in the week, which was them surrounding a black woman. But yes, I do love this Photoshop edit because Sugar Baby Thomas Clarence would love that. Yes, I'm just loving this. Like, also, I don't like that I know who Nigel Farage is anymore. Like, I want to go back to before I knew who he was. It was a much more peaceful time.
There's other people I'd like to forget first, honestly.
True. Pauline Hanson probably goes before Nigel Farage. You're right. I'm resigning as MP of Clack. The whole reason he's doing it is even cringier too. I will make sure you want me. I'm just going to leave, but make sure you tell me that you want me back. Like, oh, God. Which made this very funny. Britain in history versus Britain in everyone else's history. Since Chewy told people to go see what Belgium did. And I'll be honest, I didn't look it up, but we've got a meme, I think, coming up.
What Belgium did where? In the Congo?
Well, we got a meme about that one coming up. I don't know if that's the only thing Belgium did, though. So,
I mean, a lot of people.
Oh, there we go. I put it right behind it. I didn't do my homework though. So yeah, I don't. What did they do in the Congo? Got a TLDR?
It's a bit more complicated. So essentially, when they were doing the scramble, well, it's not, but it just goes down to because it wasn't technically Belgium, it was more the monarchy specifically. It was King Leopold, because rather than the Congo becoming a part of Belgium or like Belgian foreign territory, it became the personal property of the monarch, and the king could do as he liked there, basically. So it was exempt from basically any Belgian law and stuff. So he tried to do some weird thing where he tried to make it some kind of free state. where there was like no laws and he was trying to make like the free state of Africa or I don't know, and his whole goal was to civilize the people. And
the classic,
of course,
the classic colonizer line,
and the barbarity that followed was him
right.
just cutting off people's hands who didn't gather enough rubber. So he really civilized them, you know. So
actually, there is another meme that will bring up Belgium. I just remembered.
Yeah.
A Congolese man who remains motionless for 90 minutes, imitating the greetings of the Congolese anti-colonial leader Patrice Lumumba. Lumumba was dismembered and dissolved
basically
in acid
racism
by
That's
the
a good way to
USA
sum it
and
up.
Belgium in 1961. If you haven't seen this guy, I saw. He's one of the few things I saw from FIFA, and I was very impressed with his ability to actually stay still for that long. Shout out to him. Obviously, Republicans.
I'm also impressed with this guy's ability to stay still.
Dude. Republicans will claim dead people are voting, but are okay with the dead man keeping his seat warm for them. And another one, Mitch McConnell was back, refreshed, and ready for work. Oh yeah, this is Melanie Bracewell actually. I'm in the wedding planning subreddit, and this seems like a bit of an overreaction. Venue booked out. Wait a year or do 9/11. Oh yes, this was after my horrible deep dive last week. Thank you all for staying with me through that. IDF, the NZ police. We investigated ourselves and found nothing wrong. Yes, landlord faced to raise rent due to thinking a bigger number. It's a hard life. It's a hard life for a landlord. It's funny because last week we had a weekend at Bernie's, but it was Winston Peters. This week we've got the same, but it's Mitch McConnell. To be fair, they've probably both been in politics as long and just as old as each other. Good old Domino's. Official statement. In a response to trends in the gaming industry, as of the 1st of April 2027, Domino's UK will cease production of physical pizzas and shift to the production of digital pizzas only. Consumers will be able to download our full range of delicious pizza codes and, using the power of the imagination, enjoy them in an entirely virtual sense. I'm sure the Oculus and the Meta stuff will really help with that.
It doesn't matter. Still, no one's going to order Domino's. So
I prefer Domino's over Pizza Hut. So
I prefer neither.
No, that's fair actually. If you've got other options.
Yeah.
I just love this. Luxon refuses to say a tax system unfair. Wealthy aren't the problem. Bill ensures ongoing reporting on tax system fairness. Luxon repeals tax principles reporting law under urgency. What a fucking reverse. To be fair, that's all they seem to be good at the moment, is going back on things.
We got a really robust democracy. I love it.
We actually yeah, I thought you'd like this one. This is our final meme on the meme PDF. It's the Very Hungry Data Center, which kudos to whoever created that.
That is my
artwork.
favorite. That's top meme of the night. That was simple.
And since I'm just mentioning the government backing down, we won't talk about it at all, but I just thought it'd be good to know we got another back down from the government. Government backs down on banning crypto ATMs, so they've basically gone.
Yay!
Yeah, instead they're opting to put in guardrails over actually banning them. Which was a part of their anti-money laundering, counterfeit terrorism bill that was passed through cabinet.
I mean, I don't really care too much. I don't give a shit about crypto. It's a, I don't know. It's a Hayek wet dream. It's the denationalization of money. It's his idiotic scheme come to fruition. Well,
I think that's why I'm kind of more on the anti-crypto, just from the fact that it's a part of a system in general, kind of like all of the bullshit that we've been talking about earlier. Like a lot of these systems are all so connected, man.
Well, like on the data center thing, that's power hungry. It's using so much shit for crypto mining and stuff. So much power is wasted on all of that. So not great for the environment in the first place.
No.
I guess as a privacy activist, I like, somewhat anonymity associated with it, but even then you don't have true anonymity really. But you know, it's basically just a vicious market, pump and dump schemes, all that kind of shit. It's unregulated capitalism essentially, which just has just the worst, you know, we're the worst result in every capacity, with people pumping up shit coin meme coins and then dumping them on the market and then just selling them off. And yeah, it's just the worst of everything pretty much to do with capitalism. And having read Hayek's Denationalization for Money, it makes me laugh because it's the result of pretty much everything he wrote about and bitched about, because he basically, his entire thesis of that sort of paper is, it's not really a paper, it's more of just a, it's like the 1930s 40s version of like an internet rant, basically. He's sort of written like
the
essay
dark web
form.
made legitimate. I like that.
That's
a great way to put it. Elsa, I agree. Real ones, buy gold and bury it in a hole in the ground. Exactly. Go back to
Hayek's entire concept was like we should stop having national currency and everyone should have their own personal currency, was essentially his idea. And I was just like, that's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That's a interesting way to do it.
Well, it's what Bitcoin basically is, and all those other, you know, e-coins or whatever you call them, crypto.
Yeah. I think it's time for us to lead into the next one, though. It is time to talk about Matariki. Obviously, it's Matariki. Well, there's the official public holiday, but obviously this is a more of a time of year. And I thought we'd just have a little watch at the one news. Oh, you bastards.
Yeah, everyone go see whatever this is.
Hold on.
Is it an ad for Gmail?
Yeah,
what?
It's an ad, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit you guys on that page. I'll watch the ad. You guys don't need to watch it. There we go. We're back.
Gmail's free. What?
Dude, I've had YouTubers I watch who have ad reads for Reddit. The world's going insane. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. I can't hear anything.
Oh, it's the sound of... it's done that thing again.
Not the thing. Not the thing.
Yeah, sometimes it'll do that. It'll just start deciding, oh, I know you've been listening to audio this whole time, but now you're not. Let's see if I can get this. Let me know if this has sound. So is this on? Yeah, thank goodness.
Skies and perfect stargazing conditions as the appearance of Matariki signalled the beginning of the Māori lunar calendar. Gathering in darkness to honour the dead, celebrate the harvest and plan for the future. It's a day filled with feasts and festivals across the motu. Shortly we'll hear how Kiwis are still marking the holiday. Kushla Norman is in Wellington and Sam Ollie's at Dunedin's flagship Matariki Mā Puaka celebration. But we begin at the national service. This year at Takaparafo Bastion Point, Māori Affairs correspondent Te Aniwa Hurihanganui was there.
A pre-dawn call marking Matariki's return.
Whoa.
Then, one by one, their voices rose. Ngāti Whātua Ōrākei leading this morning's karakia as dawn broke over their sacred lands.
Stand here today as our iwi is really, really heartwarming. We're so proud. The chest is pumping, so yeah, we're really happy.
Thousands came to be a part of it.
Oh, very moved. Yeah, as you can see, yes.
What about it has moved you?
Oh, the oratory, the waiata.
And be together.
Yeah, this is the girls' first time, so this is why we came today, just to give them the experience.
Central to the Hotapu ceremony, a kai offering to the stars. Each item of food is carefully selected.
They represent 4 of the 9 stars of the Matariki cluster, including kumara from the star Tupua Nuku, which is food from the ground.
Matariki is also a time to remember those no longer here.
One of our greatest kaumātua passed away last week. You know, he was a really role model for us as young men.
And look to the future.
Oh.
I know, right?
Te Rangi is the star that carries our hopes and dreams for the new year. We all have them.
Just wanting to continue the plan to make sure that we can lift our people up. We can go forward and do well for ourselves in the years ahead. So that's the real focus.
I'm sorry, but how fucking dare they put that man's face over that beautiful child singing? What a way to ruin it.
Here I am mingling with the bottom feeders. I don't really know
Yeah.
what's going on, but I know it looks good for me politically to attend this, so I'm going to pretend that I actually give a shit about Maori sovereign rights and all that shit, you know?
Right.
Blah, 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 blah.
It's not
Look
like
at
I
me.
tried to trademark chowder. I definitely didn't do that. Definitely didn't do that.
Excuse me, that was the company he was working for. That he was
You mean
running
that
at
he
the
was
time.
the CEO of?
It was a coincidence. It's incidental.
I'm sorry, but if he was a pilot, sure. If
You
he
don't
just
blame
worked
him
in
for
the
every
call
plane
center,
crash that
sure.
happens.
Oh man. To be fair, at least he doesn't need the job. It's fine.
Oh, that we have more unity. Yes, between I'm Pākehā, but I learn Te Reo, so for someone of my age, it's a wonderful development.
Do you think we've come a long way as a country?
Not nearly far enough.
Yes, Queen.
Hey.
Yeah, I just love the way you can tell she's just like, man, that shit was moving as hell. We're assholes.
Edge a little closer. Te Aniwa Hurihanga Nui, One News.
Well, Kushla joins me now from Wellington. Kushla, lots of people.
We don't need to. We don't need to see Wellington. I mean, there's. But yes, that was a beautiful, beautiful waiata there, and I thought just real quickly.
I mean, she was wearing a hat at night too. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, she's looking very what you call her?
Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah. It's the red scarf as well. Yeah. She's giving
vibing.
Carmen Sandiego.
I'm liking it. I'm digging that look. Good on her.
No, me too. I'm here for it. But we have another quick little video we can have a nosy just to remind us.
Too busy for winter.
Fuck off. Oh, hate this crap. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna download and get my.
Did you
ad
know?
blocker sorted
Did you
this
know
profile.
the Chemist Warehouse exists? Did you know that?
Oh, now I can't.
Have
even
you
get
heard
the
of this
video
great
to
place called
play.
the Chemist Warehouse? Did you know? It
I just
has-
love how Dan Carter and his wife both do it. Also, why did it not make me watch the ad that time? That was no, there we go. It gets you partway through, but yeah, I need to
consume, buy,
download,
sell,
and
buy,
sort out this fucking
obey
profile. Apologies.
Matariki is seen on the horizon. It signals the Māori New Year. Matahi o te tau. The New Year is a time to reflect and celebrate and plan for the seasons ahead. It is also a time when we remember our loved ones who have passed away. Our tipuna would look at the natural world and the stars to figure out if the seasons ahead would be good or not. It's a tradition we continue today. Generally, there are 9 stars or whetū in the Matariki whānau. Some iwi use the puanga star instead of Matariki. I want to show you each of the stars related to Matariki, who they are and what they do. First is Matariki, the mother star who looks after the well-being of all of us. Next is Pohutu Kawa, the whetū that connects us to our dead and to remember them. There are 4 kai stars. Tupu Anuku is connected to kai growing in the ground. Tupu Arangi relates to kai above the ground like birds and fruit. The twins Waiti and Waita represent freshwater and saltwater kai. When they shine brightly, it means there will be a good harvest. Waipunarangi means water that pools in the sky, and is the star connected to rain. Ururangi is the wind star and reflects how the winds will behave in the seasons ahead. And finally, the rock star. We wish upon Hiwa i te rangi to grant our hopes and dreams. Te matahi o te tau.
Yeah, I thought that was just a nice little reminder for us all of kind of what Matariki is about. It's about, you know, slowing down, but also kind of seeing
Can you
where
go back
we're
to
at.
those credits?
Oh, sure, I can try. Yeah, there we go. So the source is from The Star of the Year by Dr. Mānawatia, which I believe is actually the picture that I put in our...
I was just wondering because I was thinking about the animation. It was like this must be just like a solo person that did it. I hope they milked stuff for money.
Oh yeah. But yeah, just a good time to remind us all to kind of just take stock of where we're at, remember what's been, what's past, and kind of try to plan for a sustainable future. And since we do tend to honor the dead during this time, I thought it would only be fitting to just very quickly touch on the fact that unfortunately,
turn around.
I know this. Honestly, that song was it's one of my favorite songs of all time. Honestly, so gutted.
Yeah.
So gutted that Bonnie Tyler has passed away, at the great age of 75.
R.I.P.
Yes, absolute powerhouse of vocals. And also just even the music video for that song, just like so
I don't
epic.
think I know.
Oh, dude. If you, go watch it. I meant to listen to it earlier today, so I might do that later. But highly recommend everyone go and listen to Total Eclipse of the Heart, watch the video, and just honor Miss Bonnie Tyler, who gave a lot to the world. So sad to see that she's gone, but don't worry, I've got a couple of small things to make sure.
Also,
that
Holding Out for a Hero. That was another good one too.
Mm-mm.
I need a hero.
I'm holding out for a hero in the morning light. And it's gotta be strong. Good old Shrek really helped keep that one alive for us millennials.
True.
And so I got a couple of memes, and then we can go into our final good news. And so I went on Reddit for once. So this is my turn to bring Reddit to Rogers. I saw this on r/New Zealand. Hate crime spotted in Atlanta grocery store, and hopefully I can click on this image.
I love meatloaf.
As you can see, good old New Zealand flag. Yeah. They did it to us, fam.
Am I supposed to see something?
Oh, can you not see it? Oh, I thought I'd fucking
no.
see it. Lol, funny.
As you can see.
Just too many screens. Okay, so this is an Atlanta supermarket. Or supermarket? Or
Okay.
Walmart? Yeah.
Damn.
They got us.
We shouldn't have wasted that flag referendum, guys. You know,
Right.
we should have changed it.
I mean, at the grocery store. Okay, now we get to do my quick little Paul Goldsmith.
That was like the whole reason we wasted our time partly on that referendum was the justification that John Key gave.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I hate it when our flags are confused.
Well, that's the thing is, like, how many flags have the fucking Southern Cross on it? It's get out of here, chat replay.
Well, the Union Jack more.
So this I just put in memes because this was such a weird interaction, and I thought we might get a little kick out of this one.
What he did yesterday. Can I share this? You told me off camera.
What'd you say? Well, especially with the build-up, he's like, "Oh, so is it right if you've told me this off camera? Is it right if I talk about it?"
Yesterday,
everyone bring out the laser
vacuuming at home.
Dirty.
This is
not. It was so quick. You spoke over it. Hold on.
He did the vacuuming at home.
He did the vacuuming, guys.
Hang on. Yeah, this is a common occurrence. I said, yeah. When was the last time you vacuumed a house?
He wouldn't know what a vacuum cleaner is.
But the reason we were talking about it is that the Prime Minister, there's a story out this morning, the Prime Minister has purchased a robotic lawnmower, apparently after campaigning for 18 months with his wife to get one. Have you got a robotic lawnmower?
You know how Ryan always likes to rush Marama when she's talking and saying that they've got to go to the next segment? And yet they spend time talking about the fact that Paul Goldsmith vacuumed his house. And Christopher Luxon got a new robotic lawnmower that apparently his wife gave a name to.
Are they going to subsidize the robotic lawnmowers? please.
Wow. Although there was a quick thing we can look at from Ryan Bridge today that I think you will like, and we will give it a couple of... We'll give it like
Good morning, Ryan. How are
two.
you going? I'm on New Zealand's longest escalator.
Excuse me.
Now, this thing is 43 metres long.
I don't know why it is not... Let me just...
My dad has one of those robotic lawnmowers, by the way.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh,
in fact, yeah. Well, when my gran was living with us before she passed away, R.I.P. So when the lawnmower would go around, sometimes because we had a real weird bit where the lawnmower would get stuck sometimes, and so sometimes I come home and because she just sits there and just sort of watch out the window, just doing her thing, and then she'd be like, "Oh, the wee man's stuck. The wee man's stuck. Can you go help him?" She's like called it the wee man. It was so cute.
That's so sweet. I'll put this on. I think I'll probably speed this up because this is just a quick little look at
New
CRL.
Zealand's longest escalator. Now, this thing is 43 metres long. It's got 210 steps altogether, I'm told, and 105 that are actually visible. I just went up it. I'm a little bit puffed, but you don't have to be. You can just sit still if you want and enjoy the ride. But this place is gorgeous, Ryan.
It's an escalator. You don't have to walk, Katie.
Okay, I'm just getting my steps in.
Hey, this is cool.
So weird.
He's just laughing at her.
You look great.
Right?
Now, show us around. Give us a tour.
Okay.
Now I'm laughing at
so
her.
look, it's been described as the Rolls Royce of train
What-
stations.
what is
and
this
I kind of
Star
see what people
Wars
are getting at
looking
here. The
shit?
I
atrium
know.
is
What the
absolutely
hell?
Gorgeous. It's got beautiful lighting. It's got gorgeous steel
And there's some
beams.
really
The
stunning
timing
things
on the
in
yellow
the,
bits is censored, so for safety, don't jump on those. But here is where the
Four
trains come
years.
through. Now at peak time, these trains will come through every 3 to 4 minutes. So that's definitely going to relieve some pressure for the roads and the commute in the morning there, Ryan.
Those
So
walls
what
are gonna be
happened?
annoying to
Quite
lean,
Oh, there's a
lean
train
against,
coming.
'cause it's, like curved.
What, can you hear it?
Okay, well, I can
There's
hear
a
it
train
coming
coming.
down the line, but it's a little far away. So I guess the key thing about this is that every detail is pretty. I think it's gone fully, it's met the hype. And you might struggle to hear me because I think the train is just coming
All right,
through
good.
now.
Well, get out of the way.
But,
You- move.
Okay.
I want to
okay.
see the train. No,
I
oh my
did forget how
God.
funny this was.
I'm getting out of the way.
Okay, good.
Get out of the way.
Katie, while
Move.
it's coming.
And you shot of the
How
train.
exciting is this?
Are you
This is
a
the first time
train?
we've seen a train
Oh my
underground in New
God, he's
Zealand.
hype. He's a train watcher. He's
Right,
into
look,
this.
Here it comes.
He's
I
loving
kind of want
it.
it to toot, you know. Look, it honestly reminds me of international train stations. These things are really, really quick, and they're gorgeous. They're clean.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's looking really good. I've seen a few videos on Instagram of people doing tours of the CRL, and there's some really beautiful, apparently, like, I saw one video where they walked up, I'm assuming it's from the top of the stairs, and when you look up, there's, like, all this cool carved, like, this beautiful carved thing in the center, surrounded by other cool, fun, artsy-looking things, so, yeah, it's looking cool, Then we got...
I really hope we get a hang of proper escalator etiquette in this country because it's going to really annoy me if I'm trying to move down those escalators or up those escalators and people aren't sticking to the side. Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause people don't do
yeah,
that.
I mean...
It annoys me.
To be fair, for me, I think when it comes to an escalator, I don't think someone should have to move to the side because also I'm a big person. I tend to take up more of a step than most. A travelator, however, 100% agree because it's flat. I'd slightly disagree on the escalator.
I
we don't
agree
need
with
to have a
both.
debate on that one.
I am ready to debate right now. I will die on this hill.
I'm not. We're gonna look at a meme. Hopefully, if I refresh this, or can I actually? What I'll do instead of trying to refresh, see if it'll let me actually. Oh no, you bastard! TikTok and your bullshit. Yeah, but this is this Skuck's life, and the song playing is "Now You're Gone." I mean, and I'm in love, but you was wrong. And this is just so accurate, though.
Damn.
Like, did you ever do that? Did you ever
No.
Skucks it up? Oh, you went to Skucks? Oh, Richard.
No, I was a shabby loser.
You're a gamer goblin.
Yeah, well, no, I was more like I'm kind of like I am now, but just off in the corner, just not doing it in front of a bunch of people, really.
No.
Just laughing at things. Yeah, no,
That's
I haven't changed much, at least in that respect.
Yeah, I mean,
complaining about
been a
escalator
nerd, so-
etiquette, probably.
Hey, I was complaining about bus etiquette as well, so I'm right there with you. Like, there is... Oh, mate, don't get me started on footpath etiquette. Fucking hell.
Honestly, I was probably a lot more cynical probably when I was a kid. I was probably like, why can't we just have a third world war and get this all over with? Let's just end it. I was probably way more dark, honestly. Yeah.
And then we've got a little giveaway announcement for Matariki before we finish off with our good news story. Yeah. Oh, the sound's not on. Rachel.
Okay, so as promised,
oh, fucking hell, Instagram.
Mōrere te whānau, Mānawatia a Matariki. So as promised, we have a special Matariki giveaway, and this year it's been sponsored by Waihonga, who are giving away this beautiful tuna and hinaki lapel pin and chain.
And if you want to go win that, just go over to Tanya's Instagram, chuck your comments or tag or whatever it says in her to enter, and you can go win something. But we will now jump into our final technical story for the night. And it's a great news story, guys. I promise. And we're going to be ending on a major high, okay?
I don't wear jewelry.
Battery is made with something you've probably...
That's fair. For me, well, it's not really jewelry. It's more of a, like a, for like a jacket. So you can have that nice, like, kind of pinned on.
True. Maybe that would work for me. Maybe that's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I literally don't wear any jewelry. I don't wear a watch, anything.
I mean, to be fair, the only thing I really wear is my Fitbit. But that's just because I like that it gives me sleep data. But yes, let's listen to our good news story because it's fucking awesome.
This battery is made with something you've probably got in your kitchen, salt. And it could mean we might...
Oh, fuck off, Instagram.
This battery is made with something you've probably got in your kitchen, salt, and it could mean we mine far less lithium. This is tenosodium, a way to store clean energy and move away from fossil fuels for good. And I've come to Munich, where it's just been unveiled. Solar and wind are brilliant, but when the sun sets and the wind drops, storage is what lets us run our grid all day on clean energy. Until now, that storage has leaned heavily on materials pulled from the ground, often in fragile water-scarce places like the salt flats of Atacama, where every drop of water matters. But this system is different. Sodium is basically table salt. It's around 1,000 times more abundant than lithium, and there's so much of it we can even pull it from seawater. So using it eases the strain on sensitive regions. And CATL is working with the Ellen MacArthur Foundation to keep these materials in use instead of mining new ones. And because sodium's cleaner to process, the storage itself is built with a lower carbon footprint. And when you stack enough of these together to fill a container, it can power an entire town. And CATL is launching it here at full scale. And this isn't just lab research. Sodium storage is already in full production. And there's 60 gigawatt hours of it on the way, enough to power the equivalent of nearly 7 million UK homes for a day. All from one of the simplest things on Earth. Tap like if you'd love to learn more about innovations like this and follow along for more. This battery is made with something you've probably...
And yeah, I didn't know this, but apparently sodium batteries could cost about 10% the cost of lithium batteries. Even better. And I'm assuming, well, I don't know, but I hope they wouldn't catch on fire like lithium batteries do. Because, yeah, lithium fires are absolutely fucking horrific.
However, Pete's got a good counter. Lithium was one of Nirvana's best songs. So.
It was also one of Evanescence's best songs too, to be fair.
Oh,
so
okay.
You got me there.
Didn't know that Evanescence had one.
Oh, dude, Lithium was one of my favorite songs to sing, especially as like, for those of you who don't know, I did opera growing up, so like that was my shit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I did like competitions.
Magic flute.
Everything. Not quite. I also laughed at the bro, you were a kid 5 minutes ago. No, you want to know something crazy? In September, I will have been paying rent for 16 years. So that's fun for me. I wish I was a child. I just look and act like one.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
the
the
worst thing
autism.
about being an adult is being like, can I be a kid again? Can I not?
I
Can I
actually
go
would
back
also-
and save money?
I would also argue it's weird being an adult that people think is a kid because I'll be around my peers and they'll be treating me like I'm in my early 20s. And I'm like, guys, we're like the same age. Like, Maya Mamdani, Zoran Mamdani is only 2 years older than me, guys. I just want to put that into perspective for you all. I'm way older than I look. So yes, Beaver Hairy now. We got our last couple of super chats. Mr. Arvid's $2. That's cheaper than no fairies. Don't know what that was in reference to. But
I believe that was in reference to our discussion about the roads.
Yes. And then Mr. Arvid's again. Chris, I'm a maps guy. Bishop. I like that.
I'm a maps guy. Me and Chris, we got something in common.
Yeah.
We talk about maps. I wonder if he knows about Ptolemy. I wonder if he wants to talk about ancient Babylon. That would be pretty cool.
Mr. Arvids again for $2. Get the beavers on the team. Big hairy beavers. I agree.
Of course.
I think maybe they could help. I mean, there's a big Scottish there's a lot of Scottish heritage in Dunedin, so maybe we can send some Scottish beavers over to
Map Men's
sort
a
out
good
that
channel
problem.
too. Everyone go check out Map Men.
I have not seen Map Men, but I will have to check it out.
That's what they talk about.
Do they talk about roads?
Sometimes.
I'm sure they do, but no, always good to have more YouTube channels. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people who are keen on that. But thank you for joining us tonight, Whānau. It's been a good one. Hopefully you had a good time. I didn't depress you too much this time, Rogers.
No.
job.
I'm impressed I stayed awake, honestly.
Yes, you are doing very well. You're doing very well. So thank you for sticking it out to you and everyone else. So I guess with that, just a reminder that obviously the boys will be back on Monday at 9 p.m. We're finally back to normal Monday to Thursday, unless something happens between now and then. So they'll be back with you on Monday at 9 p.m. If you liked what you saw tonight and here and you want more of it, you can come check me and Detective Rogers out on Aotearoa Tonight. We are on Monday nights before the boys from 6:30 p.m. till 9 p.m. Other than that, and I made sure to get the credits. I can do the credits properly today, guys. Okay. I did it. I finally did it. I made sure to get them. But yes, let's start playing them and get out of here.
Help us settle a debate, whether it be thoughtful or funny, even if we're all creatures of hate. It's a fine line that we're walking together. For better, push aside the temptation to berate. Let's take a note of the corners we stand in. As many points as the hairs on my chinny chin chin. When the news that we're watching is hairy, knowing all the things that we need to be wary of. Like the rich have the hand out for rewards, while the many have to work out what they can afford. And the rest of us ain't paying attention, or maybe have questions we're too worried to mention. Other media is still dwelling on trivial facts, vetting peas from the rice and the mice from the rats, and picking and choosing a warpath to run, and linking ourselves with the hill to die on. It's gotta come down to a welcoming vibe, with an A and a self and a higher in mind. All heavily neither this way or that, and we'll be analyzed by what Chewie and Pat. With the evil in the world trying to mess with your head, and you're sitting on the couch, you're thinking chivalry's dead. Each night, 2 nights, they're gonna sing you to bed. It's Big Hairy News.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us on this Matariki special. It's been having you all along and talking about everything. I just hope that you make sure that we stay sustainably angry and that we are enrolled to vote and that all our friends are. Anything you'd like to say before we get out?
Te rangi mare me te aroha. That should be peace and love, I believe.
Sure. Well, on that note, keep cool to after school, Whānau. We will see you later. Bye.
Ta-ta. Beep.
Wait, hold on.
We're still alive, aren't we?
Yep, we are. That was just the extra bonus for everyone at the
In
end.
credits.
Love you guys. Bye.
Infinity Gauntlet. Arrgh.